Wanderers. My name is Ben Chelonitsky, and on a periodic basis I like to share my points of view of the world as I view it through the lens of the Torah. And for the 25 or 30 or so of you that saw my video on the Jewish race, you're lucky because you saw a rough draft that I should have run by my wife before I actually published it to YouTube. I tried to answer a question that was submitted to me by one of my wonderful subscribers, and they wanted to know if the Jewish people are considered a race. Essentially, we need to define what the term race means, and there are two general distinctions of this term. The first one has to do with genetics and biological similarities, while the second definition of race has to do with a shared nationality, history, and culture. Now, before we continue, we need to ask ourselves, why exactly are the Jewish people so special that this question about race is posed about them particularly? This question isn't asked about Christians or Muslims or Buddhists or Taoism or vegetarianism. And I believe that the whole idea of discussion of race really started in World War II in Nazi Germany. The German people needed a scapegoat, and it was provided to them by Adolf Hitler and his propaganda machine. You may be familiar with some of these posters that depict this idea that the Jewish people are a distinct race, but not human. Genetics were a very big deal for the German people at that time, and it blossomed this notion of the Aryan or master race. Now, to say that the Jewish people do not share certain genetic markers is obviously not true. There are certain sections of the Jewish people that do share genetic similarities. Ashkenazi Jews from Europe share genetic similarities. Sephardic Jews from certain areas of their world share genetic similarities. But so do other nations and so do other peoples, other than the Jewish people. As a matter of fact, I'm not exactly sure of the percentage, but a large amount of, I think, Eastern Europe and Western Asia share genetic markers from Genghis Khan based on his exploits when he was ruling that entire area of the world. So essentially the question is, are the Jewish people a race? The answer is, they're not. And this is the interesting point about being a Jew. On one side, we can say, well, being a Jewish race has to do with genetic markers. But that's not true, because I'm a Jew, just as this person is a Jew, and this person is a Jew, and these Indian people are Jewish. So genetics doesn't make you a Jew. On the other hand, neither does the observance of the religion. An individual can be completely removed from religious observance, not observing the Sabbath, not observing the kosher laws, and yet they're still considered 100% Jew. So on one hand, the Jewish people don't fit into the definition of defining race as a biological or genetic thing. And on the other hand, the Jewish people don't fit into the definition of race because there are individuals that don't share in our cultural beliefs, and yet they're still 100% Jewish. Anyway, the lesson I learned about this second posting is to always run these videos by my wife because she's a lot smarter than I am. Anyway, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Be'ezras Hashem. I still don't have any suggestions for what to talk about on Tisha B'Av. I'll probably be fasting, so I may not put up a video unless I get some really good ideas. So don't be bashful. Leave a comment in the section below asking me to speak about a particular topic, and if I find it intriguing enough, we'll put it on and I'll give you a shout out. Also, I wrote down a quick little skit about Jewish children's albums and Jewish children's music, so look out for that. And that's basically it. I'll talk to you next time. Be'ezras Hashem. Ooh, you got lucky. I said it twice in the video. Hey, stay away. Stay away. Step back. Step back.